Tonight, we will reflect on our past, acknowledge our present, and look towards our future. As I travel through this city as a councilwoman, I see what makes this city really great. It's you. Yes, it's really you. You made a decision to live, to work, to play, to give of your time, your talent, and your resource to make the dreams of this city come true. So tonight, I challenge you. Let's work together so we can continue to make the dreams of the city a reality. All right. At this time, we will have our prayer invocation from Father Brian Page, then our pledge from Becca Carnell, and then our national anthem from Kiana McCullen. Thank you.
Let us pray. Almighty God, you bless the land and make it fruitful, to provide for all our needs. We ask you to bless this, our land, our city. Bless those who live here, those with comfortable homes, and those in search of places to live, that they may have shelter, safety, and security that only you can give. Bless the children and young people growing up here, that they may experience true community in their homes, in their schools, and all the places they go. Protect them and teach them always by your love. Bless those who come here for work, that they may travel safely, and their contributions to the world that they make from our city may continue to reap great rewards for all people. Bless the parents of young children. Give them patience and fortitude to share unconditional love all the days of their life. Bless our senior citizens, those unable to leave their homes, and those who are going to meet you soon. Bless them, Lord, with peace and the care of good people to accompany them, so that they know that they are not alone. Bless our elected officials, especially Mayor Fulop and all of the City Council, and all those whom the residents of Jersey City have put their trust in to guide, protect, and lead with wisdom, charity, and kindness. We ask these prayers and all those that remain in our hearts. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare
ensure happens is that the people who built the community over the last 20, 30, 50, 70 years get to still stay in the community being part of Jersey City. Today's an exciting day because we're announcing building a new and improved state-of-the-art homeless shelter with services for Jersey City. Nobody who ever has worn that uniform should ever be without a meal or without a roof over their head.
The goal was to create a community that provides for everybody in Jersey City.
This investment will be close to $70 million that we are putting into Ward F, into this area. Public safety is one of the pillars of making Jersey City a desirable place to live. The last 5 years, we've hired 8 different classes and grown the fire department. Today, we get to 604 firefighters, and I'll share with you that's the largest we've been in 10 years. We couldn't be more proud of the progress that we've made in the police department. We've grown it over the last 5 years from 769 officers to 950 officers.
Perform all the duties of a police officer as a police officer.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done over the last year to expand community engagement and also to make sure that the young men and women joining us reflect the diversity that Jersey City is. Our goal is to take the important steps to ensure that our streets here in Jersey City are safe. This week, we announced a large expansion of our after-school recreation programming at 10 neighborhood schools in every ward of the city.
Building a 55,000 square foot art museum and community space in the center of Journal Square.
Are you ready, Jersey City? You ready for Snoop?
Our administration has really prided itself on making sure that we are one of the most inclusive communities in the entire state, if not the entire country.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. First, let me start by thanking the elected officials that are here tonight from the state and the county. Let me thank our esteemed judges from our Jersey City court system that have joined us tonight. And of course, let me thank the city council members who've been partners in all that we've accomplished over the last few years. And then finally, I want to thank you, the public. The fact that you've taken the time out of your busy schedule to listen to where we stand as a city and our goals for the upcoming year shows that you care and that you want to be involved. The biggest asset that we have as our city is our human capital. So I'm thankful that you're here tonight and you want to be part of the process. Tonight, we gather to review the strides we've made over the last year and to look in more detail at the transformational change of our city over the last 5 years. Change isn't always easy. It takes vision, it takes consensus building, and it takes support. But we've accomplished so much over the last few years that it's worth highlighting. Just think, when we took office in 2013, Jersey City was a very different place. At the time, the city had been averaging about an 8% tax increase almost every single year for residents. We changed that to 5 straight years without a tax increase and 4 credit rating upgrades. When we took office, we inherited a police department with just 769 officers that was also recognized as one of the least diverse in the entire country.
We've since transformed that as well to a department now of nearly 970 officers. We've eliminated old policies that really made no sense, and we're now recognized as a model of diversity, and most importantly, violent crime continues to plummet throughout our city. When we took office, the Jersey City Fire Department was at a place where they could not staff on some nights up to 4 companies. And the reason was that they just didn't have adequate resources. Your lives were put in danger. We changed that by hiring 200 firefighters and changing policies. And because of those changes, for the first time in a decade, every company is fully staffed every single night. And I could continue. In 2013, Jersey City's ambulance services were good, but very much in line with statistics of the rest of the country. We advanced our efforts there as well. And now, if you call 911 for help, Jersey City is amongst the fastest EMS response times of any urban area in the entire country. And I'll highlight 2 more. When we took office, Jersey City development was really concentrated only in one part of the city, downtown. Meanwhile, the city was addicted to giving out tax abatements to developers. We changed that as well, and now for the first time you see development in every part of Jersey City. And on top of that, the city has not given a market rate tax abatement in nearly 2 years. This is the longest stretch in close to 25 years that the city hasn't done that. And when we came into office in 2013, our Health and Human Services Department was very much a second-class department, rarely thinking about innovation. We challenged the status quo there as well, and I'll touch on that later, and now Health and Human Services leads New Jersey on nearly every single progressive health initiative across the state. I could continue for sure as the list goes on, but while we've done so much together, I really know that we have more work to do, which I'll touch on later tonight. It has been a pleasure to continue on our journey into the 2nd year of my 2nd term as your mayor. I'm thankful for your support, and I'm excited to work even harder over the next year. Together, we will continue along this journey, this walk, this path that continues to transform Jersey City into the best mid-sized city in the country. To use a metaphor of a walk, I know this long walk doesn't come without the occasional twist of an ankle or a slip on a rock, but I also know that we will continue to work together to ultimately become a stronger city and a city that continues to make us and future generations proud. Jersey City is not just another place on the map. It is a sought-out destination. It is the most diverse city in the nation. It's a sanctuary for some, a travel spot for others, and it is soon to be the most populous city in the entire state of New Jersey. So throughout our journey over the last 5 years, we've transformed the city from east to west, north to south, improving the quality of life for our residents, whether you live, whether you work, play, or study here in Jersey City. The impact of this transformation can be seen no matter what path you're taking throughout the city. There's no denying it. The state of Jersey City is as strong as it has ever been. Tonight, I really want to spend some time on the vision for 2019 and what I see on deck for our city. But first, I think we could recognize all that we've accomplished together over the last 5 years. And I'm thankful that the City Council has allowed our team to be aggressive with investing in projects that will reshape entire communities. These projects that I'm about to highlight are strategic investments for our administration. Most cities will be proud to be able to boast of just one accomplishment like I'm going to speak of. But here in Jersey City, we have many. When I proposed some of these projects to the council in different communities, I wanted them to be economic catalysts that will really insulate communities from a downturn in the economy. So we invested in projects that are big and that are bold. Ask yourself, can you name a city in the tri-state region that is leading the effort in investing in creating a 100-acre mixed-income community with more than 5,000 units? The answer is Jersey City. In the first half of 2019, the city will put out the bids for the first 4 parcels on the development of Bayfront, something to be proud of. Ask yourself, where in New Jersey is an entire area of a city being stimulated by the creation of a municipal services complex, attracting dollars where it's needed most? Well, the answer again is Jersey City, with the start of the 2nd and 3rd building of the Jackson Square developments in Ward F. What city in the state is proactively thinking about what the museum of the 21st century looks like and then actually building it?
I think you guessed it, Jersey City, as we acquired the Pathside building and hired the best designers in the world to engage the community. Ask yourself, what city is creating an entire 17-acre science-focused campus for residents to nurture growth and innovation? Again, the answer is Jersey City. A Sci-Tech city will be a science and technology hub with facilities to attract students, scientists, and tech entrepreneurs, and that is something to be proud about as well. So as you take this metaphorical walk with me tonight throughout Jersey City, if you look around, you'll see we have a lot to be proud of. Tonight, though, I'm going to start in detail by highlighting the positive changes and the forward-looking steps we've taken in public safety. The safety of our city remains the top priority, and so does our ongoing and successful efforts to decrease crime. With 270,000 residents, coupled with nearly 1 million commuters and visitors who take passage through our community every single day, we must remain vigilant in protecting our residents. My commitment to public safety has never wavered. With an enhanced focus on taking illegal guns off our streets, we have seen reductions in all areas of crime since I took office, and even more so in the last year of 2018. And we have no plans of slowing down. We're going to continue to work together towards an even safer Jersey City. Every day, all of us are on a personal journey, one that brings some to work, others transporting their children to school, and still others doing daily chores of going to the bank or to the store. Part of my mission as your mayor, and that of our police department, is to protect our citizens while they're on their daily paths. Recently, we saw just how important it is to properly invest in our police department when our officers were faced with a real-life, unpredictable situation at the Newport Mall. We are the first administration in Jersey City's history to invest heavily in active shooter training, and we lead the state in preparing our officers for these types of scenarios. Our police officers put their formal active shooter training to the test, which had actually previously happened and taken place inside the mall itself a few months earlier. And those brave men and women of the police department successfully evacuated hundreds of people without injury. And that, I would say, needs to be recognized to our police officers sitting there. Readiness and leadership are key in these types of situations, and that's why we've hired more officers and promoted more officers than any other administration in decades. It's led us to our first female deputy chief, Trish Cassidy, sitting here in the front row. Stand up, Trish. Stand up there. And it's also led to the first African-American commander in the East District, Ben Daly, sitting up there in the front row. These officers also represent the type of diversity recruitment we've worked to implement since I took office. A department made up of men and women representing all backgrounds and ethnicities, and I'm proud to say that now more than half of our police department is made up of minorities, reflecting the diversity of the city they serve. With nearly 970 officers, this is the largest and most diverse police force the city has seen in 30 years. When I first took office, we aimed to grow the Jersey City Police Department to more than 950 officers, a goal we have successfully accomplished and officially surpassed. Yep. In addition to increasing our police force, as I mentioned earlier, we've also taken the time and the same proactive approach with our fire department. After inheriting a department with just 416 firefighters in 2013, we've grown our department to nearly 600 brave men and women keeping us safe every single day. Our fire department responded to nearly 1,300 fires in 2018. And in an effort to reduce these incidents over the past 3 months, the fire department and our team has taken a very proactive approach to ensure the safety of our residents. Fire department staff have knocked already on nearly 3,000 doors throughout the city with information regarding smoke detectors and carbon monoxide installation programs. Under this program, the fire department is installing hundreds of smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and is conducting fire safety reviews in your house free of charge. The goal of the program is to reduce fires by 30 to 50% within the next 2 years. I share this with you because I want you to understand how proactive our fire department is, and I want to say thank you to them as well. We will continue to provide those tools and resources to keep our community safe. For instance, we finalized construction plans for a new North District police precinct. This much-needed upgrade will become a state-of-the-art 3-story facility for our officers and will, of course, include parking for the community in the Heights, which is much needed. We're also going to continue to upgrade our fleet of police vehicles with new technology, ensuring that when they're called upon, an officer can respond as quickly as possible with the best equipment. While those may be more visible improvements to public safety, we're also investing in protecting our city virtually against cybersecurity crimes with one of the most advanced cyber teams on the Eastern Seaboard. From hunting active threats to antivirus protection, our cybersecurity initiative features protection on all fronts, and again, we are leading the state of New Jersey in that effort as well. We've also made visible improvements to an antiquated and unusable CCTV system to strategically place more than 200 cameras in high-crime areas. This not only provides police with a helpful tool, but it also serves as a deterrent to potential criminals. This year, in 2019, we're embarking on the next phase, phase 4 of our CCTV expansion, and that will be citywide. So from our screens to our streets, safety truly is our utmost and biggest priority, which is also why we're the first in the state to adopt Vision Zero, a national initiative to eliminate traffic fatalities and injuries by 2026 here in Jersey City. As the city becomes increasingly populated with tourists and students and residents, we know that there are many ways to travel throughout our city, from bikes to cars to scooters and, of course, walking. Each and every life that has been lost as a result of a traffic crash is avoidable, and we are taking important steps towards eliminating fatalities and injuries through a powerful, data-driven action plan that will help to ensure no more lives will be senselessly lost on Jersey City streets. Signing on to Vision Zero is our latest and hopefully our final initiative to eliminate traffic fatalities on city streets. Whether it's citywide bike master plans or the pedestrian enhancement plan or advancing the city's complete street policy, we will continue to work with our community partners like Bike JC and Safe Streets JC on these initiatives. And I want to say thank you to both organizations for your continued work. They are both here tonight, and I'm going to ask them to stand and please be recognized. I truly believe our actions speak to our belief that cities today should not only focus solely on car issues, but also on planning pedestrian, bike, and mass transit options as well. There is a need for improved transit in Jersey City, which is why expanding options to Greenville and the Heights will be a priority for us in 2019. We can no longer just wait for Trenton to act. This year, we will complete the bus rapid transit study focused on the south side of Jersey City, and we'll also reevaluate our bus routes citywide. But most importantly, working closely with Ward A Councilwoman Denise Ridley, Ward B Councilwoman Mira Prince Array, and of course, our esteemed state senator, we are budgeting $2 million towards supplementing mass transit options and access for Greenville and West Side going forward. In 2019, we are putting out an RFP to partner with a transportation provider to better connect the south side of Jersey City to the PATH systems via the first states for the first city-run bus system that we will have control over. We continue to look for ways to enhance transportation throughout the city for residents to get around, and we're doing so with an added focus on safety. Take the new curb extensions or the 80 speed humps being installed this year as examples. Here in Jersey City, we are going above and beyond to ensure both our roads and pedestrian spaces alike are safe and enjoyable for residents. A project that exemplifies these efforts to boost connectivity between the neighborhoods is the Morris Canal Greenway. We've been awarded $3.5 million in federal funding to begin connecting the city's portion of the pedestrian and bike trail. As eco-friendly transportation options continue to expand, so do open space and recreational options throughout the city. In fact, we have more than 60 parks citywide with additional plans underway to create new recreational spaces, from parks for our dogs, to playgrounds for our youth, to walking paths for our seniors. Parks help encourage people to get around, whether you're exercising, whether you're socializing, or you're creating just childhood memories. Working with community groups is crucial to our work in updating our parks. We saw this firsthand when we worked with the Leonard Gordon Park Conservancy and the Jersey City Parks Coalition on the creation of the Leonard Gordon Master Plan. Following this momentum, tonight I want to share a couple important announcements in open space. First, we're in final negotiations and we're talking to the state with the help of Sam Pessin, who started the conversation, and the DOT to acquire land behind Caven Point Recreation Center. Our goal is to acquire the land behind Caven Point and use this narrow, longer area for parking while repurposing the current parking lot into additional ball fields. As I said, we've been working with Sam Pessin, Ward of Councilman Jermaine Robinson, and of course, Councilman-at-Large Daniel Rivera and Councilwoman Denise Ridley on this effort. The second initiative I want to share is over the last few months, we've worked with our team and Ward D Councilman Michael Young to reevaluate the cost to officially open Reservoir 3 in the Heights on a permanent basis. In working closely with Councilman Young, we've targeted $2.1 million in funding for this budget to formally construct the needed infrastructure to publicly open Reservoir 3. With the dollars designated, we're working with the Reservoir 3 Alliance and the Jersey City Parks Coalition to construct a complete walking path and fencing and lighting with those dollars. And this will provide safe access this year for Jersey City to this treasure. Finally, next month, the final phase for Berry Lane Park will go out to bid. And that's going to include the best skate park in Hudson County, if not in the entire state of New Jersey. As many of you know, and many of you remember, we secured a grant from Tony Hawk in 2014, but our challenge at the time was finding the rest of the commitment for the construction. Well, I'm excited to share that we've cleared all roadblocks and are paving the way for Berry Lane to be a state-of-the-art recreational space with targeted completion by the end of this summer. Next month, construction will also start on a new pavilion in Berry Lane Park, which will include an outdoor patio space, a concession stand, public bathrooms, and of course, a locker room. So to me, the importance of open space is paramount, not only for new areas that our community can enjoy, but also as additional benefits to our environment. That brings me to the journey of our drinking water that takes where it goes and where it comes from every day, traveling from our water treatment plant in Boonton to your faucets in your home. Earlier this year, I signed an ordinance to increase the environmental protection of our drinking water as our administration works closely with the Jersey City Environmental Coalition and the town of Parsippany to ensure that it remains protected. The quality of water is paramount when it comes, though, to our schools. We've all read about alarming lead levels in other cities' drinking waters across the country, and our team in Jersey City has been diligent in monitoring lead levels here in our water. While we consistently pass all tests, there are certain older public schools in our system that have internal pipes that have been concerning. For years, the city has tried to urge the Board of Education to take action with some limited results. But tonight, I'm sharing that the city is partnering with the Board of Education to proactively fix the problem together. At the end of the day, we are one city. The MUA in the next 2 months, we'll start installing a lead filtration system in certain targeted schools in Jersey City. And once that's completed in the upcoming months, we'll work hand in hand with the Board of Education and expand the program to every school where needed. The goal is to have all schools remediated by January 2020. And as I said earlier, our human capital is our most important and valuable asset. And investing in our children is the most influential long-term investment we can possibly make. Over the last 5 years, you can agree with the decisions I've made, or you may disagree, but you would be hard-pressed to argue that we haven't or we didn't take on the challenges that faced our city. Last year, we completed the tax revow that hadn't been done for 25 years. We did it carefully, we did it thoughtfully, and I'm proud to share that the potential doomsday scenarios that many spoke about were largely avoided. The next big challenge we will face is school funding reductions from Trenton. And I do want to say thank you to our senator, our assemblyman, and Assemblyman Angela McKnight, if you can all stand for the work that you have done to help us on this front. In this fight, too, we'll work together to come out successfully on the other side. Earlier this year, we passed the payroll tax for non-local residents and on corporations. To be clear, this is a tax not paid by the employees and will largely not impact the small businesses that hire locally. The important part is that 100% of all funds collected will go to our Jersey City schools. In the end, though, the public should know this is just one part of the answer we're working on. In the 2019 municipal budget, we're targeting to assist the schools by providing an additional $8 million outside of their budget in order to alleviate some of their budget issues. How, you ask? Well, we've expanded shared services in police and garbage collection to save them an additional $3 million. And furthermore, we've moved and changed the city away of some of the tax abatements, saving the city and schools additional of millions of dollars. For the past 30 years, tax abatements have been like a drug that Jersey City mayors were addicted to. When I was elected, I pledged that I would gradually phase out the use of tax abatements, incentivize development away from the waterfront, restructure our municipal budget, and hold developers accountable. All of these changes are focused on making our schools and our city more stable, and as I said earlier, together we will get through this school funding challenge as well. Let's move ahead to talk a little bit about the environment. Progress is made by moving forward, by creating a new path, one that has yet to be cleared until we make that path. Part of our mission is to work towards a more environmental city. One of the ways we're doing this is by becoming one of the first in the state to ban single-use plastic bags, which goes into effect in 3 months from now. We're urging local shoppers and residents to go green, helping the environment, and importantly, helping Jersey City reduce harmful waste. We're going to continue to stand out as a progressive city as we focus on other energy efficiency opportunities. Plans are moving forward for the installation of solar panels to our Department of Public Works buildings, in addition to adding energy-efficient vehicles to our municipal fleet. Charging stations soon will be available outside of City Hall, outside of the City Hall Annex and DPW for our vehicles as well as for the public's use. We must act now to reduce our carbon footprint for this future and our future of this great city. In 2019, we will make Jersey City greener, figuratively and literally. We're about to enter into an historic partnership with Barnabas Health as we're putting out an RFP next week, actually, to bring vertical farming to the city with more quality food access. We're looking to bring indoor vertical farming facilities throughout Jersey City in different locations that will yield thousands of pounds of healthy food to communities that sometimes struggle for access. Over the last year, I was joined by several council members and Board of Education members to visit farming facilities, and I'm proud that we've allocated in the budget $1 million in this budget to take this dynamic step forward, and we will be the first to experiment with it. Another effort to promote a more environmentally friendly city is to reduce our carbon footprint by improving walkability. Pedestrian plazas, like the one we expanded on Newark Avenue this past summer, have already provided major benefits to both local residents and, of course, businesses alike. This coming fall, we'll be redoing the entire pedestrian plaza with new lighting, new pavers to beautify this public space as it deserves. We're making big and small changes, but if you look, all those changes are visible in your everyday life here in Jersey City. As we continue our journey through each neighborhood, you can see the investment coming back to residents. I mentioned earlier the City Hall Annex, a monumental project not only for Jersey City, but also specifically for residents of Ward F. The first of 3 buildings is complete, and it's now the home to Health and Human Services and our HEDC. Soon, you'll see shovels in the ground as we begin the second phase. As the project continues, it will allow us to save more than $1.3 million annually in rent as city offices are relocated to these new buildings. I want to thank those city council members who supported this project from the beginning, and if you could give them a round of applause. The next building will be opened in the fall of 2019, and it will be a one-stop shop for affordable housing resources. Today, it's difficult for residents who are struggling with housing issues to navigate the process of obtaining services available, as many don't even know where to go for enforcement, affordability, where to report a bad landlord, or where to apply for housing. In the new Affordable Housing Office, all of the city resources will be aggregated to streamline the process, making it easy, making it clean, and responsive for residents. Affordable housing is always a priority for us. We also revamped our rent leveling board with the help of Jersey City Together, and in the 2019 budget, we provided more dollars for enforcement so we can crack down on bad landlords throughout the city. Meanwhile, the creation of new affordable housing is a priority as well. That's why in December, our administration and council worked together on a study for inclusionary zoning ordinance to impact new developments in Jersey City. The ordinance, which is modeled after Newark, was just provided to the council last week for final comments before introduction. Similar to Newark, we'll be requesting 20% of new projects that get a zoning change to include affordable housing inside the project. We think it is fair, we think it's just, and it is important to the future of Jersey City. Moving ahead on affordable housing, the city's most expansive project is the redevelopment of Bayfront. Last year, we formally closed on the acquisition of Bayfront, a nearly $100 million project and one of the biggest mixed-income communities in the region, which will include market rate, senior living, and moderate income housing. With more than 100 acres of land, this is the single largest investment in the history of Jersey City. Now, in working with the Bayfront Redevelopment Advisory Board, led by Councilwoman Denise Ridley, we are moving ahead with these plans to increase affordable housing options for Jersey City residents. This will shape our city for decades to come. Redevelopment throughout the city has been a priority that I outlined when I first took office. That priority continues today. Direct affordable housing is just one piece of the puzzle. It is my goal, though, to ensure that everyone, even the city's most vulnerable, have equal access to housing. We'll soon see a new homeless shelter alongside additional affordable housing units with the rehabilitation of the historic St. Lucie shelter. This will more than double the size of the current shelter, offering 150 beds to those in need. Also, within the next week, we'll be cutting the ribbon on an additional 120 affordable housing units at the Mill Creek building up Montgomery Street. Why is it so important to make sure Jersey City is an inclusive city for everyone? Well, I'll tell you, our diversity is undeniably one of our greatest assets. It is a core mission of ours to move ahead on initiatives that provide equal opportunity for our diverse residents and, of course, our municipal employees. I've always looked to add tools and resources that will encourage positive professional growth for all, and this starts with our city employees. Earlier this year, I signed an executive order extending full paid family leave. It is the most aggressive policy put forth in the state of New Jersey. And I'll say that now that I've seen the benefits of this leave firsthand after the son Jackson was born, I encourage future parents who work for the city to take advantage of the benefits we offer as well.
In addition, we also enacted earned sick leave citywide, and lawmakers in Trenton have since followed our practice and passed the same law statewide that we enacted here years ago. All different types of people walk along this path in Jersey City, representing this melting pot of nations, ethnicities, and traditions. On any given day, you can walk by neighbors and hear one of 75 different languages spoken here in Jersey City. As America's golden door, Jersey City has served as a gateway for all walks of life. In staying true to this, I signed an executive order alongside our neighboring city of Hoboken to expand opportunities for city businesses owned by the LGBT community, veterans, and residents with disabilities. We were the first two in the state to sign this executive order, which is another major step forward in equality and inclusivity in business opportunities. And then there are our veterans. As a Marine Corps veteran myself, I am beyond proud of the services, resources, and recognition that we continue to provide for our Jersey City veterans. This year, we raised $60,000 for a much-needed renovation of the Samuel Shelton VFW post on Oak Street. We also partnered with the Municipal Court to offer a monthly Veterans Resource Day to connect our vets on housing, education, and other important resources, and most importantly for our veterans, helping alleviate the stress when returning home from duty. And since I just mentioned the municipal courts, I'd also like to touch on the changes we've made there as well. Our new municipal prosecutor, Jake Hudnut, has proactively worked with our chief judge, Carlo Abad, restructuring our court system to find better ways to provide a positive experience in a tough situation. We're increasing the resources provided in quality of life courts, which helps fight bad landlords or restaurants who have health violations. We've added more court sessions and hired 2 new judges to more efficiently resolve court matters. Jersey City and Newark are the busiest courts in the state of New Jersey by far, and we continue to lead on innovation on this front here in Jersey City. And I want to say thank you to our judges here. All of these policies that we outlined around fairness and equality is how we want to positively define the Jersey City community. We will continue to move forward on these efforts this year. So before I formally conclude my State of the City address tonight, I want to personally recognize 2 employees that are leaving us in 2019. When some of our employees work decades for the city in a single role, it is important to highlight their contribution. The first is Inez Fry from the Senior Affairs Office. After 40 years of serving this city, she will be leaving us, and in her honor, we've renamed the main room at the Maureen Collier Center so that for decades to come, people will know that Jersey City was once served by a tireless advocate for seniors like Inez Fry. So again, thank you, Inez. The second is Priscilla Gardner. She's our Executive Director of the Library System. Priscilla will be leaving us after 50 years of service. Our administration, so I will share, our administration has invested more money into the libraries than any administration in the history of our city, because we know the importance of libraries in the community for people that may not otherwise have access to books or other educational resources. That's why Councilwoman at Large Joyce Waterman and I will be moving forward to rename the main public library on Jersey Avenue in Priscilla's honor, and I feel I feel comfortable that there won't be another Priscilla Gardner ever in Jersey City, so this is a fitting recognition.
So again, Priscilla, thank you. So, in conclusion, it's a very exciting time to be a Jersey City resident. Over the last year and over the last 5 years, we've created a real partnership with you, the residents of Jersey City, as we not only listen to your ideas, but also incorporate your feedback as we invest together in our city. You are a crucial part of our success in transforming Jersey City into the sought-out destination that it is now. That's why over the next few weeks, I'll be hosting community meetings throughout each of your neighborhoods where we're looking to get your feedback. This feedback is crucial in order to move the city forward because at the end of the day, it is you, the residents of Jersey City, that I and the City Council work for. Every year, I conclude my remarks by thanking you, the residents, for giving me the chance to serve as your mayor. It is the privilege of a lifetime, and there isn't a day where I take that opportunity you've given me for granted. So thank you, and thank you for taking the time to walk this journey with me. I look forward to continuing our walk together, making these strides side by side as we move Jersey City forward. Thank you again, and God bless Jersey City.